everyone, and welcome back to SMJ-Tech channel. And the topic of today's video is a short one and an interesting one. A lot of us go through documents and see a few, that small asterisk or small one or two numbers besides a topic or besides a word. So, and we see a small line that at the end of the page where there's a reference to those topics. For example, you can see that there's a heading over here, functionalities of computer, and there's a small one over here, and it's referring to this text at the end of the page. So this is called an endnote or footnote. So what's the difference between an endnote and a footnote? Footnote is basically you want to insert a certain reference or a note related to something that you have written in your document, and you want to refer it or mention it in your document so that others know that this information refers to a particular point or a particular note. So for example, I have retrieve this part of the topic from a particular source, and I want to acknowledge that source, so I have entered a footnote in my document. So how do I do that? It's a very good option to use if you're creating a document and you want to also mention notes in the document so the reader has some reference points. So as you can guess, since it's a reference, it will always be found in the references tab. So let me show you how we can add this. So let me just hop on to the draft version of the document right here, and I want to insert this reference over here. So I'll head over to the end of the sentence and go to the references tab and insert footnote. Now you can see there are two things. There's one is the endnote. Endnote is basically at the end of of your document, and the footnote is at the end of the page of at the bottom of the page where you're residing at this point. So I click footnote since I want this to be referenced at end of this page only. So this is a reference to this page. So I'll just copy the URL from my document and paste it right in front of the one I've just created. I can adjust the fonts from here. Usually it's better to keep these in small fonts so they're not too big to take up too much space of your page. So just make sure that if you're entering something over here, it needs to be small. So let's add another one. Let me just add a reference over here and mention that this is a node. This covers the components of a computer. See, so it's a very basic thing that I have added, that it's too obvious, and but still I do want to mention it. So I'll just reduce the fonts so it's not too prominent, but I have made my point. So you can see there's a small 2. So basically how it depends how many footnotes you have entered in your document, so it will number those as per them. So let us also insert an endnote. Endnote, as you can see, it immediately moves over to the end of the document. So it maybe I can write something like this. This marks the end of the document. Something. This is just I'm just writing at the top of my head. You can write whatever you want. So the difference between EndNote and a footnote is basically a footnote is related to the end of the page, whereas an EndNote is related to the end of the document. So if something that you want to mention that applies to the whole of the document, so it's a good idea to have that mentioned in the endnotes, and something that you want to refer specific to a page, then you should enter it as a footnote. So that was all for today's video. I hope this small information will be helpful for you in creating more efficient and catchy documents in your future. So if you have any questions or queries, please drop a comment in the comment section, and click like and subscribe to the channel, and keep updated and learning new things about MS Word. And please take care of yourself. Until our next video, take care of office.